Welcome to the next lecture of Control System and PLC. So in the unit Fundamentals of PLC, in this lecture we are going to see input and output modules. Input modules. Input module serves as the link between field devices and PLC CPU. Each input module has a terminal block for attaching input wiring from each individual field input device. Typically, input modules have either 8, 16 or 32 input terminals. The main function of an input module is to take the field device input signal, convert it to a signal level that the CPU can work with, electrically isolate it, and send the signal by the way of backplane board to the CPU. So basically, to connect the input devices to the CPU of PLC, input modules are used. Discrete input modules. So discrete input module is the most common input interface used with the PLCs. Discrete input modules take discrete signals from the field devices such as AC signal or DC signal. So here are the most common types listed below. AC input modules having the input voltage 24 volt AC or 48 volt AC or 120 or 240 volt AC, and then 120 volts isolated, 240 volt isolated, 24 volt AC or DC. Also DC input modules having input or requiring the input equal to 24 volt DC, 48 volt DC, 10 to 60 volt DC, 120 volt DC, 230 volt DC, sink or source type of 5 to 50 volt DC, 5 to 12 volt DC, TTL. So these are the various inputs required for the input module. Depending on the application, any type of the input module is used. So here are some typical wiring details for the input module. In the first one, the DC input module is shown, in which you can see the common terminals as well as the terminals from which we can give the voltage. So when the push button is pressed, the appropriate voltage, for example 24 volt, is given to the input module. At the right side there is input module having inputs 230 volt, 120 volt, etc. So here is the block diagram of AC input module. So as we know, the PLC is a digital device. It processes the inputs digitally, so we have to convert the AC input signal into DC signal. So the block diagram contains bridge rectifier, noise and debounce filter, threshold detector, optical isolation, then logic circuitry, LED is connected to that, then CPU and input status table. So bridge rectifier will convert the AC input signal to the pulsating DC, then filter will filter out the unwanted AC components. Threshold detector is used to detect the voltage within the thresholds required for the logic circuitry, and there is optical isolation between the threshold detector and logic circuitry instead of the direct electrical connection. Then LED is connected to that logic circuitry, and whatever is the logic obtained from this input devices is given to the CPU, and it will be stored. The states of the input devices will be stored in the input status table. Here are specifications of AC input module. The voltage requirement is the operating voltage at 47 to 63 Hz for the module. inputs. This indicates the number of inputs the module has. Points per common. This is the number of input points that share the same common connection. As an example, one 16-point input module could have all input points sharing one common, and different 16-point input module might have two groups of 8 input points. Each group of 8 would have its own separate common. So if the 16-point input module is used for two groups of 8 input points, that will be having two common points. Backplane current draw. Each module takes power from the PLC's power supply to operate the electronics on the module. This specification will be used when calculating power supply loading. Then next term is maximum signal delay. Signal delay is the time it takes for the PLC to pick up the field input signal, digitize it and store it in the memory. This specification is usually listed for signal turning on and for signal turning off. Nominal input current. This is the current drawn by input point at nominal input voltage, that is minimum input voltage. Maximum inrush current. This is the maximum inrush current the module can handle. Maximum off-state current. It is the maximum amount of current typically from leakage from solid state input device that a module can accept while remaining in the off state. Next is the block diagram of DC input module. So here no conversion is required because the input signal is directly DC. So power conversion block is there, then now noise and debounce filter, threshold detector, optical isolation, logic connected to the LED, then CPU and input status table. See, input status table stores the status of the input devices. Okay, so let us start with the first block. Power conversion block will convert the given DC voltage into required amount of DC voltage. Then noise and debounce filter will filter out impurities if any, filter out if there are any AC components. Then threshold detector will get the voltage required for the logic circuitry. So see, here is also the optical isolation between the threshold detector and logical circuitry, and this optical isolation is instead of the electrical isolation. Then logic is connected to the LED, which will indicate visually the status of the signal. Then it is processed by the CPU, and whatever is the status of input is stored in the input status table. Specifications of DC input module. The first specification is maximum offset current. This is the maximum amount of leakage current allowed in the input circuit from an input device that will keep the input circuit in an off state.